Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. This is Kevin again with Yerkit Racing. We're back out here in the garage again today for another one on this Camaro build. If you followed along with the last one, we built this aluminum radiator and fuel cell subframe that bolts into the back of the Camaro here. Fuel cell sits on top, radiator on the bottom. Left room over here on this side where we will put an expansion tank and overflow tank for the radiator setup. This video here, we are going to have to take the radiator back out and modify the radiator itself. So we have the expansion, we have the cap here. We're gonna have to cut that off and put that on our expansion tank. We'll actually just cap this back flat most likely, and then we have to move around the hose barbs, change those over to AN fittings, and then we're going to be mounting our EWP 150 Davies water pump to it. That will go on the side tank of the radiator. It's just a weld-on bung, so we should be good to go there. Pretty straightforward and simple. Once we have all that done, the cap and the filler neck that we took off of the radiator, we'll put that onto an expansion tank that we're going to build, and then we'll build an overflow tank on the other side of that, so any pressure built up in the system will relieve over into the overflow tank. Should be about it. I think we covered it all. We're going to get ready to jump into this thing. Let's get it. Alright, so first thing we need to do is just get an idea of where we want this water pump here to go into the side of the radiator on the tank. Kind of played around with it a little bit, and I mean, without trying to get crazy. Let's see. We're going to probably put it right there. Obviously this end will be facing that way. So that's the idea. Just drew us a little circle there with the marker, you know, around the edge of the fitting here, and then that'll give us our spot to weld that into. So that's going to be the first thing we do. Just want to give you guys an idea of what we're doing when we go over to the table. So let's go check it out. Okay, so we've got our circle marked out here that we drew under the car, and we've got a little center hole punch for where we need the drill to go. So we're just going to go ahead and drill that out to start with. All right. Alright, so then we'll just weld that in like that, and we should be good to go on as far as the feed for the pump. Okay, so next thing we have to do is remove this original outlet. Alright, now over on this side is pretty simple. All we need to do is just get an AN connection on there, which we have here, and the pipe happens to be the perfect size for that to fit down in, so we'll just weld around that, and that side will be done quick and easy. Alright, so we lost the footage of cutting the rest of the stuff off the cap. Unfortunately, the camera died. But anyway, you can see we have the hole we drilled here for our water pump. Basically, what we have to do is weld this bung in there. We'll have another bung up here on the top side that'll fit in that hole. That will replace where the cap was. Then we will have over here on this side our final fitting for the return side. Then we have, I went ahead and cut this little circle piece out here so we can patch our hole from where we removed the original lower radiator bar. So that's kind of where we're at. Basically just three of these bungs to weld in, and then that one plate, and we should have our radiator pretty well situated the way we want it. Then we'll have to move into making our tank for it. Like I said, we're going to reuse this piece here that we cut off of the radiator so that we can have a pressurized fill cap on the expansion tank. So that's the plan. We're going to go ahead and stitch it together. Alright guys, so we got our bungs welded on the radiator 1, 2, and 3. Really happy with the way they turned out. No complaints at all there. Got our patch made up over here. Had to weld a little bit on top where the drill bit was through the hole saw. So we need to go back and knock that top down just to make it look a little bit better. But otherwise, really happy with the radiator. We have our water pump connected right here to the bottom outlet of the radiator. This one over here will be our inlet. That'll just 90 over it and run back to this side, and then I'll have the two, come up the frame rail of the car, the two hoses for it. We already have some hard lines made under the car, so we'll just have to connect the hoses to the hard lines and we'll be good to go. And then this one here, we went ahead and welded a fitting in place of our radiator cap. We will not be running a cap on the radiator itself. We'll actually be welding this to the top of our expansion tank, and that's where our pressure relief will come in, and then we'll have a overflow tank on the other side of that. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go ahead and do that so you can follow along with the rest of the build. The next video up, we should be working on the expansion tank, getting that built, and then the overflow tank as well. We're getting pretty close on this thing. Motor's already back in the car, as y'all seen previous if you've been following along with the channel. So basically, as soon as we get this rear radiator setup finished up, we'll be in good shape. Be time to start the car up and see if we can start doing a little bit of tuning on it. Pretty excited about it. Progress has been slow. I need to apologize for not getting content out more than I have been. We've been really under the gun pretty much all summer with softball. For my daughter's picked up a lot, so sorry I haven't been out here as much, but we got to do the family thing. So I'm trying to make some progress. I appreciate all you guys do, watching, supporting, commenting, liking. Matter of fact, while we're here, go ahead and smash the like button for me if you are liking it. Check out the website too, yerkit-racing.myspreadshop.com. I'll link to it below in the description. And we've got hats, hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that up there. Check it out, find you something you like. I really appreciate all the support. It goes a long ways to helping us, like I said, with small budget here, so definitely helps. I appreciate all you guys. Again, we'll see you back really soon for the expansion tank video, and we'll catch you then. God bless.